I think Dusko should beat Jordan Wright.
He should.
All right, you bitches ready?
Because Wright's got a minute to KO him. If he doesn't, he's done.
All right, guys, we are rolling.
What is up? Been a while. Had some time off. Right, no card last week. The closest thing to a fight was the WWE going down with DC and Matt Riddle. The main event fight pit. Really uneventful. Me, I'm a wrestling guy too. I watch all of them, and I thought DC would be more involved in the car in the main event.
He
just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
He just kind of stood there and took a check. Would love to see. We were talking about yesterday if Matt Riddle stuck with it, didn't love weed so much, and didn't piss Dana White off so much. How he would did if he stayed with it, because he was talented. But
he did win that fight by triangle choke, didn't he?
He did. He did win by triangle.
He won by triangle.
He still got it. He still got his grappling. Yeah. We go to some actual, current active WWE, UFC MMA fighters going on. Fight night 9 million. It's at the Apex, right? It's Apex. So another Vegas card here. At least it's a decent.
This one's
poster.
not being bought out
by
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he got his money back after the last one.
Yeah,
he wanted to see Mackenzie Dern. We got Alexa Grasso versus Viviane Araujo, top.
Pause real quick. What was that? He rented out the whole Apex?
Yeah, he wanted to watch the fight. And people got so pissed off about this, and I don't fucking know why. Like, oh, the rich get this. We looked it up. It's like $1,800 a seat at the Apex to watch these fight. He's not buying tickets from any poor people, all right? The people that are going there are rich people. He's richer than them. The weird thing was weird to me is the whole press thing, no press there. So I'm wondering if he just didn't want to be bothered by the press, or was he trying some meta shit? Was it something like?
Could have just
was
been
like
Dana was like, listen, we'll just give you the whole fucking thing.
Because Zuckerberg loves the MMA, he trains and all that stuff now. He's really into jiu-jitsu. Was he just there as a fan, or was he there as a fan and working at the same time?
Hey Dana, we'll give you your own UFC metaverse.
Because they have experiences in an NBA where you have the Oculus on and you can sit courtside at a game. Right. So they might be setting up something like that for the UFC. That's what I'm wondering what's going on, or was he just there to watch the fights? Right. Might be a little bit column A and column B, right? But people got so bent out of shape. It's the Apex. That's a shitty card too. Now, if he would have bought out Abu Dhabi and only I'm going to sit here and watch this fight, that would be some shit.
Yeah. He's a baller.
Yeah, he's a baller. He can afford it. I guarantee he could.
He's actually
50 times over.
Half of his worth.
And he's still fine. That's what I'm saying.
That's wild.
He could just lose $1 billion and not give a fuck. That is insane. $1 billion does not keep him up at night.
That's some fuck you money.
That is fucking crazy. He's above the law.
Yeah. Grasso, Araujo.
Some top 10 flyweights that they both are, right? Grasso kind of on the cusp of that title opportunity. Somebody's.
Yeah, she's been 2 in a row since she's moved to the Division 3.
Yeah, but heavy boxing style, right? Trained out of the same gym that Moreno used to just train out of, right? Brendan Moreno. Not a slouch when it comes to the grappling, but not really her forte. Whereas
her hands,
Araujo, that's where she's going to go, right? That's how the fight's going to go. Can Araujo get strong, heavy against her, press her against the cage, weigh her down, get her down to the floor?
Araujo doesn't have bad hands either. Can she? I don't think she's going to be able to get.
But if she
down,
wants to stay with a boxing match, she'll lose.
Yeah, I think she's going to fade later on too. This 5 rounds is not good.
Yeah, she's never
for her
the
cardio.
Either one. I think Grasso has that 5-round fight. Maybe
I don't think so, but I think her being a former strawweight, she's probably going to have that cardio advantage, and she hasn't. Ever looked to fade, whereas Araujo gets in spots even in 3-round fights.
She did lose to Carla Esparza, and that's
that's a lot of heavy grappling.
But what I'm saying is that it's the decision majority. I'm saying there is that history of because Araujo is going to have a very similar game plan with better striking, so there is that path to get to. I do think Grasso is the more well-rounded fighter. Araujo's getting up there in age.
She's older, 35.
Yeah, she's on the wrong side of 35. And I mean, Grasso's the favorite for
it's
a
Grasso
reason,
decision.
but I don't think it's a 90% to 10%. What's the odds at on this?
I would say
it's plus 55,
minus 190.
That sounds about.
I would say
right.
70-30.
Right.
Grasso should win 7 out of 10 times.
Araujo's also 35.
I think it's going to be competitive the first round or two, but after that, it's
the measurables are almost identical. Again, it's striker versus grappler. That's what it is. That's where we're at with this. Again, I think Grasso gets it done. It's gonna be interesting. Again, this is the back-to-back cards where both women are making their debut in a 5-round fight. Mm-hmm. So, what's it gonna look like in rounds 4 or 5? Duran and Jan look good. They both were fine. The rounds meant nothing to them. They both did their thing. We'll see what happens with these two. I think Araujo will be the one that's more likely to fall off the cliff. For
sure.
Especially if he's not successful early, she's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I got Grasso.
I think I'm going Grasso too. Again, this is a fight. It's an interesting fight for me here.
I'm worried about Cub's age.
But I'm
his
worried
first
about
weight cut,
J-Mart's chin.
And he starts slow too a little bit sometimes.
We saw your boy ice him
Yeah.
Davey Grant play, and Cub can hit as hard as Davey can. Cub's got some hands on him.
I don't know, man. Davey's got that.
He
left
knocked out
hook.
Darren Elkins.
He's swinging a lunchbox, bro.
He knocked out Darren Elkins. The damage. He knocked out Darren
I would say
Elkins.
that Swanson has more weapons. He's got knees, elbows, where Davey's just throwing, lunchboxes, haymakers.
Has anybody else knocked out Darren Elkins?
I don't think so.
Man, he put him to sleep. He put Darren Elkins to sleep. And J Mart loves to shit the bed. Obviously, the age advantage, the youth is on the side of Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez should win this fight. You got an old man coming down to 135.
Well, he's going to have to fight.
Who's the better fighter?
Swanson's going to fight.
Who's the better fighter, would you say?
Cub Swanson.
Right.
For sure.
That's
experience, weapons.
It's hard to bet on a 38-year-old making a debut at bantamweight.
Yeah.
But I want to. But I really, really want to. And I'm probably going to take that dog money. Probably by KO, too. I'd probably sweeten up.
I'm thinking J Mart outpoints him.
I'm thinking about a unit Cub Swanson, and then a half a unit by KO. Half a unit by KO.
It's a great bet.
It's going to be a tight fight. If J Mart can survive early, I think he'll end up winning a decision. But then Cub Swanson's got some gas, though, too, man. He fucking pounded out Chrome Gracie for fucking.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cub Swanson.
Give me J Mart.
I need to make up some ground. I think this is a close fight. Another close fight. You got Oscar. Who did Oscar just lose that bullet? It was a bullshit decision, too, wasn't it?
Kai Kara-France.
Yeah, I don't know if I agreed with that decision. The way I remember it, but I have to go back.
It was one of those. It's the judges, right? Like, what do you favor?
Heavy grappling. He is what he is, right? The bullet, Russian wrestler, heavy style. And you got Brandon Royval, who is a strange grappler.
He's a fun one though.
He's a scrambler.
He's a fun fighter to watch. He's unorthodox. And
this is probably me just overcompensating, but I just remember that shoulder popping out of nowhere. And this is going to be a heavy grappling, heavy wrestling fight. And if it popped out once, it could pop out again. That's a thing that tends to be chronic.
Yeah, I think like this fight is going to the floor no matter what you do. Like either Royval engages in the grappling or he's throwing some wild, unorthodox shit, and Askarov takes him down and holds him down.
That's what I want to see too, though. How does Oscar Askarov handle the wildness?
He'll be fine.
Of Brandon Royval. Two top. I mean, I think Askarov should probably be that loss kind of hurt him, but I think he is the next guy in line for that title.
I think he should be a bigger favorite than what he is. That's actually kind of not a bad deal, minus 190.
Yeah, he should be the favorite for sure.
I think he's gonna handle Royval pretty easily.
Royval likes to put I think about what Pantoja did to Royval, and I think that he's gonna do this. Askarov's gonna do the same thing. See, I'm gonna go Askarov in that one.
Askarov's gonna win.
This one's gonna be a banger.
Right.
Think Chidi versus Gregory Rodriguez Part 2.
This is more low level than that, though. Somebody's going out.
Is it that much more low level?
I would say Chidi and RoboCop are better than these two.
I don't know. Jordan Wright's got fucking power, man, and it's all Chidi has. But that's all Chidi has. Chidi is just power.
I don't know.
That's all he is. He doesn't have no grappling. He has no type of takedown defense. We saw that. And if he doesn't knock you out, he has nothing left. I think Dusko is more like the RoboCop. They had a great. Was it him and Rodriguez had that fight back and forth? Yeah. They just beat the shit out of each other for 3 rounds. He's a walk forward type guy. He blocks with his face, and that makes me nervous because Jordan Wright catches your chin, he could put him out.
Yeah, but he's got a minute to do it.
I like Jordan Wright maybe in DraftKings, but I feel like he's gonna be popular there.
Oh, for sure.
He's probably gonna be a cheap price and
especially at an underdog.
As an underdog, this fight is not gonna last 1.5. This is an under 1.5 fight. I think Dusko get it done. He does have a fucking master of sport and wrestling. Mm-hmm. From where's she from? Serbia. He never likes to use it, but I think if push comes to shove, he instills it. And I think his coaches have to get into it and tell him like, hey, dude, you're going to fucking die in this cage blocking with your face the way you do. Use that wrestling you got. Take this guy down. If he does that, he handles Jordan Wright.
Dusko's going to finish him, I think.
I think he does too.
Yeah.
Jordan Wright has no chin. Zero chin whatsoever.
But he can pop.
He can pop. He can take. He can give it, can't take it. Another 2 bed shooters. Here. I think this is probably minus 220 on Alonzo Menafield.
Give me Menafield.
I think he wins.
He knocks him out.
But it's not minus 220.
I think he's strong enough to not get caught in a sub or something.
Where is this happening? Where is this fight happening at what weight class? Light heavyweight again. Because Serkinov had gone down to 185, and it didn't really help.
3 losses. Give me Menafield.
Well, one of the losses is Ryan Spann. That's not a bad loss.
Menafield knocks him out. On the cage.
Oh, yeah.
On the cage.
I mean, Jotko and Ryan Spann, we can live with those losses. Wellington Turman.
Hey, he's supposed to be a protege, man.
Once you lose to fucking Wellington Turman, I'm on Menafield. I'm not laying 220 down.
No, but Menafield knocks him out.
But he wins. Probably by knockout, yeah.
I don't know.
I like Manny Martinez a lot.
He should, but didn't he lose his last time out? Yeah, he's got all these high hopes.
Who did he lose to though?
Ronnie Lawrence.
I mean, that's a different type of fight. That's not what this fight's going to be.
Yeah.
Ronnie Lawrence is basically the American Khabib, guys. I mean, obviously he's not as good as Khabib before people start fucking him at the comics. No, I'm not saying Ronnie Lawrence is as good as Khabib, but he's a wrestling spammer. He's a takedown.
Monarov had something to say about that.
After takedown, yeah. He's fighting soon too, actually, by the way. Is he? Takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown. That's not how this fight is going to go.
Mana should knock him out.
Has good hands, questionable power. Because he with a Canetti, had that 3-round fight, was it?
Mana?
Yeah, Guido Canetti.
Yeah.
And it was close because he was looking sharp. He had good sharp striking, but again, the power. I think he came on late in that Ronnie Lawrence fight too. So
he's got good power.
I think he wins by decision.
I think Mana should.
Brandon Davis is usually tough. I think he got knocked out his last fight, as I'm saying there, right?
Yeah.
But Dana Bakary is a fucking. I think that's the first time he got knocked out.
I think Mana's going to do the same.
I think Mana wins for sure. If you want to go ahead and take the knockout to sweeten the pot, but he's got a decent price anyway.
2 grappler style base.
Dude, Maximov is going to fucking mop the floor with Jacob Malkoun.
I think Maximov's hands are a little bit better. That's why I kind of lean him.
Everything is better. Jacob Malkoun sucks.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Malkoun.
I will fight Jacob Malkoun tomorrow.
Handles his own, you know?
No, I will be very surprised. Jacob Malkoun could only fight a person who has 0 grappling. If you have any resemblance of wrestling or grappling, he's useless. We saw that against Brendan Allen his last fight. He fucking looked terrible.
Can't go against the Nick Diaz account.
I wouldn't be surprised if actually.
Like it's like he's so crazy. He sounds like a fucking Diaz brother. Yeah. He got caught by Andrei Shipchovsky, who's a way better wrestler than Jacob.
He's going to be bigger too.
And
Maximov.
Maximov threw that fucking big dude around the Contender Series. He fought a guy that was a heavyweight.
205.
Yeah, he fought a heavyweight. How was this fight happening again? Middleweight. So he jumped up 2 weight classes. Oscar Cota is like 300-pounder. He's a fat dude, giant fucking dude. And Maximov grappled him, choked him out.
Had to go to the hospital for it.
He had to go to the hospital because he fucking was so heavy and it caused so much damage to him. I think Maximov gets back on the winning side and starts to get his career back. He's young. Yeah. He got early loss. He got caught by a good grappler. But Malkoun's not as good as Andrei Petrosky.
Victor Henry knocks out Rafael Sunso. Rafael Sunso gets cut, and that's it.
He wins for sure. I mean, Victor Henry looked great.
But to be minus 350, that's a lot.
And he's beat Honey Barcelos, and he fucking out.
His 4 in a row are Marai, Sandhagen, Garbrandt.
Well, Marais and Garbrandt are not good losses.
No,
like they're
but
getting knocked out by
Sandhagen
everybody.
and Simone are good losses.
Yes, but those are the.
But it depends on which Cody shows up. Like sometimes
Cody hasn't won since that fight.
No,
sure.
That was his, and then before that he had like 3 losses in a row. Like,
but we're also talking about Cody over 2 years ago, right?
But he was coming up from he was on a losing streak before that fight.
Was that the one where he fucking did that
knockdown?
Yeah, he's a 40-year-old bantamweight though. I mean,
no, I think Henry's gonna win.
Yeah,
but I just don't think that Garbrandt's a good loss.
And he's much bigger too. Look.
Yeah, and he beat the shit out of Honey Barcelos, who's just we saw last card is still good. Like Honey Barcelos made Trevin Jones look like he was not belonging to the UFC, and Trevin Jones is a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like Trevin Jones will never be a champion, but he's a good fighter. So I think Victor Henry styles on him, and again, a Sunsao rides off into the sunset.
Yeah, this is it for a Sunsao.
A Sunsao in the sunset. This one I am not that confident in. I don't know Pierre Rodriguez that well.
Sam Page could get it done.
Hey, if I got to look and see a little bit deeper again, we're recording this on Sunday before the card, so we got a week before everything goes down. I
mean she's better on the feet. But Sam Page just muddies things up.
I want to see her face like a good wrestler. Because if Sam Hughes gets her hands on you, she's good. If you are struggling wrestling, she will mount you. She'll smother you. She'll be all over you. She's
got 2 in a row too.
Yeah, all over you. And her first loss was a short notice fight, and what was her second loss?
She lost to Lubumbi, didn't she?
Yeah, Luma.
Taysha smoked her.
That was that low short notice. Luma got a decision.
Beat her.
And Pinheiro not a bad loss either. Yeah. But again, I don't know much about Pierre Rodriguez. I got to look into her a little bit more. I like Sam Hughes in this fight.
I can see it.
She's tough, man. Yeah. I talk a lot of shit about her first fight because she's quick as her eye.
Mm-hmm.
But she came
back. But she also fought Taysha Torres.
On like 3 days' notice.
Yeah.
On like 3 days' notice. Yeah, I like Sam Hughes to get some good decision win it with her grappling.
This will be a fun one, I think.
Did Tiara ever have that fight?
Tiara did, and he won. I think he I think it was a decision, or did he end up pulling the sub?
I know he's really high priced.
Yeah, he's a big protege. Candelario.
Yeah.
Listen, I think CJ is getting disrespected here.
It's a big minus 4.
Tatsuro whatever the fuck his name. I can't say it. He's young. He's a good.
That's my job.
He's a good protege. He's 22 though,
Sire.
and CJ's tough, man.
Yeah.
He's pretty decently well rounded. Like, could he get caught in a sub? Sure, but I think on the feet he's gonna give him problems.
Yeah, I am definitely not willing to bet a 22-year-old guy who's had one UFC fight, questionable competition that he beat anyway in Cardelario, at 22 years old versus a guy CJ Vergara is more seasoned, fought some better fighters, went the distance with Ode Osborne, who sleeps people, right? I like CJ Vergara in a dirty, nasty fight here.
Yeah, I could see
if it
CJ
stays
winning.
Clean.
Yeah,
Tiara probably gets it done, but if Vergara,
it's not going to stay clean though. I don't think.
if Vergara muddies the water a little bit, I like that type of fight.
Yeah, I might pull CJ here. What the fuck?
Dude, I'm going Pete Rodriguez.
Pete Rodriguez better win.
Dude, Mike Jackson sucks.
Yeah, he's
Mike
bad.
Jackson fucking sucks. His only win is CM Punk.
Underdog.
His only win is CM Punk. This is his only win. His last win because the guy kicked him in the ball or kicked him in the balls once and then gouged his eye. He was beating his ass. What happened? Why did he get the? He tested for weed or some shit like that.
Somebody did something.
It was him. Like CM Punk's not even
Mickey Gao.
Mickey Gao. Yeah, I Mike Jackson get knocked out.
Yeah, Pete Rodriguez should knock him out.
How is he 1-1?
He's got 2 wins right there. Even counting the no contest, like there's still 2 wins right there.
They cancel each other out apparently.
The CM Punk one just doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, we're taking that off.
Madeleine is not a bad loss.
No,
for
no,
Pete.
at all.
And it was short notice too. I think.
Madeleine is a fucking beast,
Yeah.
man. He is a fucking beast.
Pete should knock him out.
Yeah, Mike Jackson
Unless
sucks.
Mike Jackson pulls some kind
Unless
of
he
Mike
gets-
Jackson shit.
unless he gets poked
Hey, play him in DraftKings.
Yeah, he might get eye poked and go optimal for you.
Yeah, and go optimal.
All right, well, that wraps up UFC fight
Lost
night.
a couple good
Come on,
fights.
just one more to get through until
The big one.
the big one.
Where fucking Sugar Show fucking knocks out Peter Pan.
What's our lock of the night? On our, we
Askar.
only have
Might
four
agree on this one.
4 fights on the main
Give me Askar.
For the sake of just being, I agreed Askar should be a lock. But for the sake of just being contrarian, I'm gonna go Dusko. I think Dusko fucking sleeps Jordan Wright.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. Askar probably is the best lock on this card.
Are there any?
Yeah, we lost
Okay,
Kenner
Kenner
Strickland. We lost
Strickland.
fucking Brito and another good fight, and Magny and Rodriguez. 3 probably the best fights
Yeah,
that were
3,
on the
yeah,
card.
are gone.
Got taken off.
Yep,
Strickland finger infection.
He'll probably stick his finger in someone's ass.
probably.
Probably
In the woods
right
somewhere.
in Curtis's ass.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into some MMA news. And
What
last
do we
week
got?
or
What do we
so.
got?
Oh,
What
Jeff
do we
Greg Hardy.
got?
See Greg Hardy?
See
Boxing?
Walker,
I saw him, yeah.
Walker Craig, 283.
Again, they keep putting Johnny Walker with these weird fucking fights. Like,
Dude,
first
this
he
is
had
gonna be a
Kulaba.
weird fight.
Yeah.
At least they're letting him
God.
back into the UFC arena. Didn't kick him out. With
Yeah,
a short
what
back.
happened with that last
I
time?
don't know. Never got any clarity.
After
on it.
getting a
He
sub.
was standing out in front of the casino
In his gear.
in his gear with his gloves on.
Yeah.
This is Walker.
Yeah, after he
Yeah.
beat who did he just beat Kulaba?
Kudalaba. That's weird. Didn't see that.
Yeah, he was standing.
Yeah,
there.
like this. He was standing like this outside in this
Right,
Vegas
he
strip.
didn't have a shirt on. Had his gloves
Had his
on.
gloves on, no shoes.
They
The
were like,
fuck?
Get out of here.
I mean, you know how this is gonna go. Paul Craig's gonna do some crazy
He's
shit.
gonna do some weird shit.
Johnny
But
Walker
Johnny does weird shit.
is the type
He's
to
the
go
king of
and
weird.
get in his guard. He's the type to go and get in Paul Craig's guard and fucking lose, right?
Fucking Paul Craig pulls mount. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
If they're like the way you beat Paul Craig, Uzumir showed it, right? Just stand up and just let him do his stupid shit and then whatever. For a guy that has great fucking grappling, he can't wrestle for shit. But Johnny Walker is the kind of guy that's dumb enough to go and get in that guard. Krylov did it. Jamal Hill, the biggest mistake of his career, the only mistake of his career, did it.
Well, can
I think Johnny Walker is gonna. knock
Johnny
him out.
Walker
He
is
better,
a better fighter.
He better knock him
can
out.
he use his fucking range to keep him away?
No,
You
because
know?
Paul
No.
Craig pulls mount.
Craig's gonna drop down to his ass and like shuffle his ass, do some butt scoots across the cage to try to
he's
grab
gonna
this guy.
roll into his legs and
Johnny's
shit.
gonna jump into it. He's gonna do Eminario or some shit like that, and Johnny's gonna go right with it. I will not bet Johnny Walker in this fight.
No, this is a weird
I will
one,
pick
man.
Johnny Walker to get this fight done. He's a better fighter. He has a grappling.
God only knows what I'd do without you.
Would I be without you?
What I'd be without you.
I don't know if I can trust a man who shaves his chest.
Yeah, man. What the fuck?
He also has a bang energy drink tattoo.
All right.
That's a weird fight.
Hey, gotta try and get Walker back in the rankings.
Greg Hardy wins his
Dude, how
boxing
much
debut.
bigger is he than that other dude?
So much bigger.
Holy
This is so
fuck.
bad.
Did he knock him out?
Yes. I felt bad for this guy.
Dude, he's got at least 50 pounds, 60 pounds on him.
Almost a foot on him, too.
Yeah, he's like
Jesus.
6'7". How's that guy a heavyweight?
Oh.
That guy is not a pro
Swinging
boxer.
For the fences.
I want to see what that guy's record
And
is.
they just called it. They didn't even give him a count.
That guy was so small.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right behind the ear.
That guy
too.
must be like 203. What's the heavyweight limit? Like 203 pounds when you start being
Yeah,
heavyweight,
he's
something like that?
yeah.
Yeah, something I don't remember.
Like he might just be over that fucking threshold. Like he is so small.
He probably got more money for this fight than he ever
Well,
had.
he's supposed to go
I
on to
don't know about that.
BKFC,
probably
isn't
got, he probably got paid pretty well in the UFC, honestly.
Oh, Hardy?
Yes.
I'm talking about the guy he beat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Hardy's
Wait,
set
he
to make his
0-1?
BKFC
Yeah, that's
debut.
what it says. Boxing
Mike
record.
Cook ended about without any pro boxing experience. Like, yeah.
Okay.
So you say I didn't have no
Give you
experience.
25,000 to
Mike
get in
Cook
the
was
ring.
0-1 in BKFC.
We got to pad fucking Greg Hardy's record here.
Jesus.
So the guy has bigger balls than brains, right?
Yeah.
Bigger balls
What
than brains
the
going to that fight.
fuck?
All right, let's see what else here. Overeem. Did you guys see this?
I
I
didn't
did
see
not
this.
see this.
Huh.
I saw the highlights. here.
Oh, that uppercut.
Holy shit.
The
It goes to
Overeem.
decision, but Overeem knocked him down a couple times. I don't know what this is.
Vico Verhoeven. He's a beast. That's a
Big
fucking
dude.
bad motherfucker. It's one of the baddest kickboxers in the world.
I mean, Alistair's been at the top, too.
Yeah, but Verhoeven is like
Oh,
that man. It's that's like basically like both those guys like Dutch kickboxing royalty there. So that's a huge. That fight is probably gonna pack some giant arena because they had those kickboxing cards in Europe. They're fucking basically like going to a Floyd Mayweather fight here. There's so much shit going. It's not that huge here, which I don't get why kickboxing's not big in America.
Oh.
Like everyone that watches UFC complains about the grappling. Stand them up. Well, that's what kickboxing is, right? It's everything. It's fighting without the fucking grappling. But nobody wants to watch.
Well, then
it,
you got
but
BKFC that's not really taking off super big either, you know? Stand and bang.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I kind of love that shit. They
Stand
do
and
the
bang.
like little clinches and shit like that. I've been watching it like on some like off-brand sports channel that plays a lot, like the old fights.
Yeah, I thought they would show the highlight of him knocking him down a couple times.
And that had to be it right there, that uppercut, right?
Didn't.
Looks like he did to him what Nagano did to him.
Yeah.
But it's 12 years since he's been kickboxing, since he's been in the ring.
I mean, Overeem's a fucking
He's back on
martial
the-
arts Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's probably all juiced
He's
up.
back on that secret
for
secret
sure.
Joyce.
Ubereem. It's Ubereem again.
Yeah,
All
secret
right,
Joyce.
time to take the juice.
I talk like Arnold now and everything. But like, I mean, yeah, this guy is MMA. Like, you almost could put Ubereem on like an MMA Mount Rushmore, or not MMA. This is martial arts Mount Rushmore because he's been to the top of the mountain in all forms. You know, he's fucking awesome. It's good to see it. I thought before he started, in that losing streak, he was gonna make a run towards that heavyweight title again. But fucking once Volkov fucking cracked him, that was it.
Was it Derek Lewis or Ngannou? What was that big uppercut?
And Nganou's a big uppercut. The big one was he had some winnings after that. Some wins after that though. It was when Volkov fucking slept him in the first round. I think we actually watched that fight at your place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the same day that Frankie Edgar fucking
Got kick faced.
by Sanhagen. But yeah, I mean, I love Alistair Overeem. And then that Verhoeven fight would be awesome. I'm actually gonna go try to see that fight whenever it runs out. Oh man, we were talking about this at work
That's a
the other
fun
day.
one.
Neal confirmed for January.
Man, R.I.P. Jeff Neal.
This is going to prove if Rachmanov's there or not.
I think Rachmanov is what everybody thinks Hamzat is. He's just really quiet. He doesn't talk shit, but that motherfucker is lethal. He's an assassin. He's a way better striker than Hamzat is.
Oh, that's for sure.
Way better striker.
He can grapple too.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's just as good as a grappler, if not better. He went to the ground with Carlson Harris and tapped him.
Yeah.
And Carlson Harris is a fucking great grappler in his own right. He's got the
Jeff
power.
Neal
He
is
can
a
knock you out with his
gangster for
legs.
taking this
He
fight.
is. Man, he's feeling himself. He did fuck up Vicente Luque, a top 5 fighter. So I mean, I get why Neal wants this. But man, I just think about how he struggled with Wonder Boy's range, and I could see him having that same problem with a guy who's more lethal.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Boy fucked Jeff Neal up that style, and it's like Rachmanov's not obviously a karate fighter, but man, I think Rachmanov wins this
It's
by
going
a
to
finish.
catapult him up there. That's
Yeah, and he
for
starts
sure.
getting himself around there, and he gets a big
He
name.
might
He'll-
get a title shot before Hamzat if he's stuck in Russia. Can Hamzat get out of Russia?
They get his passport back.
You know?
I don't know.
He
man.
might be fighting what's
Winner this fight might be just outside of a title though.
yeah.
Winner of this fight might be one win away from going to a championship
Well, that's what
fight.
they're saying. Last fight before he's in title contention.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if they whoever wins this fight is probably gonna go to a title eliminator fight in that welterweight division. Especially especially if what's his name, if Usman wins again.
Yeah.
If Usman wins his title back, then it kind of puts all those other guys, like the Colbys, the Masvidals, all those guys get pushed way back again because it's the same champion, you know.
Right.
But if Leon wins, then it's a little bit more dicey at the top. Who knows what's going to happen? But if Usman ends up getting his title back, which I can't wait to see that fight. They were talking about doing it for December, maybe. I don't think they're going to do it now, though.
A little too soon for Kamaru, I think.
Kamaru wants to fight again real bad.
Yeah, he wants to get that, shit out of his
But I think they're
head.
making him sit back. I did not
see this, but I saw it and felt like, who doesn't like to see a good head kick?
Yeah, let's see. This is new for me. LFA is a great.
Oh, it was the knee.
Yeah,
Oh.
the knee.
Oh.
Referee. That referee had chose violence.
Oh, you fucking need the piss out of him.
That was like fucking
Oh.
Hendo and
Dude,
Bisping
3.
times 10.
He got like 4 or 5 extra ones there.
Yeah.
Hey, I got in the words of Derek Lewis. That's Herb Dean's fault.
Yeah.
That's Herb Dean's fault.
Cage kick 3 minutes into the fight.
Man, if I'm that guy on the floor, I might be suing that ref.
Man.
I might sue that referee if I'm that guy. Get the fuck over there. I'm
You
dead.
saw that, what's his name, sick? The
Who?
ref, Beltran.
Is he?
Got diverticulitis.
Yeah, he
Pretty
just
banged
had
up.
surgery.
Yeah.
Is the intestines taken out?
He's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he looked good, like post-surgery. Put some.
It's a tough motherfucker.
He was in good spirits,
Yeah.
yeah. But, like, you would have never known.
No, he just wasn't that. Didn't he do the Dern fight? He was in that card for sure.
Yeah.
2 ex-UFC fighters suspended after enormous weight.
Is that
I didn't
fat?
know that you could get
Is that fat shady?
after your somebody came in.
Is
like
it a rehydration test?
Yeah, you-
Oh, it's in
headline
California. That's why.
Were 2 of the biggest weight gainers, Enrique Barzola.
Oh, Spike
and-
Carlisle. Who did he fight? I forget who it was. McKee.
Yeah, McKee, AJ
He
McKee.
was looking fucking juicy
Yeah.
as fuck after that weight gain.
They can only gain a certain percentage of their body
Only
weight
in
back.
California though, right?
I think it's
Yeah,
varies
it's only
by state.
California. I'm trying to see here. Came
180.
in 56 after making 135. 135 came in at 156,
21 pounds.
and
Carlisle 24 pounds.
180. Ooh.
19% of his weight. That's nuts. Yeah, I didn't realize that was.
So they won't be fighting in California
he gained
anymore.
26 pounds over the course of a day.
No, my solution
137
is
to 163. That is outrageous.
wait a minute. What was the weight?
135, I bet. Well,
Was a
no,
catch
there was
weight.
a catch weight.
But what was it? If he did, so they're saying Archuleta weighed in at 137, but Barzola weighed at 164 for the fight.
No, Barzola weighed in at 137.
Oh, okay.
But then he went up to 163
okay,
on fight night.
I got mixed
Yeah.
up. Okay, yeah.
And I think they said you can't do more than what, 16, 17%? 17% at the most?
I don't know what.
It's
the
something like that.
I don't see a cutoff here, but I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to unify these rules.
Yeah, how do they keep up with all of it?
Like, it's so crazy. Like, you could be a.
Well, so then you cut weight to make weight, and then don't gain too much back, so you're still kind of cutting weight for 24 hours.
Well, it's like I think like I don't know if this is still a thing, but for the longest in Illinois, like you can win with a nut shot.
Yeah.
Because if you just kick somebody in the ball as hard as you can, and they can't continue, every low blow is considered an accidental low blow. There's no such thing as intentional low blows in Illinois. So if you kick a guy in the balls hard enough and he goes out, you win by TKO.
Yeah.
So like they're so weird. There's like these weird rules in every state. I mean, I'm all for it. I don't like weight cutting. I hate it. I wish it was gone. But guys are gonna do it. Everyone's gonna that can do it.
Yeah, but a
will
lot
do
of them
it.
end up fighting pretty close to the same weight after they've cut it. So why keep doing that to their
They
bodies?
really
you know?
don't.
You know, like what's the biggest big discrepancies? I guess like
Aljo.
Aljo and Jan. Jan got in the cage at what, like not even 150.
I mean, I know Max says he walks around like 190. Dustin said he walks around like 190.
But is that before they start to like actually lose some body fat, before they dehydrate? Like I'm talking about like on fight night, how far off are some of them?
You can cut 30 pounds of water out in a week.
Yeah.
In a week. So if they're doing it over a week, so most of their camp, they're probably walking around at least 20 pounds overweight.
But I'm saying you're only going to gain so much after the weight cut to get in the ring. Like
I don't think it's about gaining. It's about if you're going up. So if I'm going to fight at featherweight and I'm 190, if I try to fight at 185, I'm fighting guys that are like heavyweight. You know what I mean?
No, I
it's
understand.
more,
I understand
it's more
that.
about that.
But I'm saying like you got two guys that let's say they're 180, 185, they're going to fight lightweight.
Yeah.
They're starting a weight cut at 185, one starting at 180. They get to 155. They rehydrate.
In the ring, those two, no. But those two, I don't think there's any advantage
Yeah,
really either.
yeah, like
it's just about they're worried about the bigger guys. That's
like if everything sprung up,
right,
you wouldn't have that problem. You'd have like Dustin Poirier, who's naturally walks around at 185,
right,
fighting so and so who weighs 183 at that weight.
And I want to say UFC. The MMA in general needs to reevaluate weight classes.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how weird it is. There's so much gaps in between. Like, how could you have it's okay? Like they're talking all this big weight difference, right? But it's okay if you're 206 pounds to fight a guy that's 265 pounds. Right. The biggest gap you're going to see in anything, and that's totally legal. That's not like, oh, this guy cut weight and ballooned up. Yeah, Two guys weigh in before they go in the cage. One guy's 206, the other guy's 265. That's a completely legal fight. And that's a giant gap over any other division
and
you'll ever see.
The guy that weighed in at 265 cut weight to
get
to 265.
But say, even if they didn't, neither one of them cut weight at all. Let's say neither one of them cut weight. That guy is an actual 265. That guy is an actual 206. That is a completely fair fight in like the current MMA. That's so nuts. That makes no fucking sense. It's a 50-pound fucking gap. So they need to reevaluate it. I think every 10 pounds is what it should be.
Yeah, and then you got like the 155 to 170 is 15.
And you got these tweeners too. You got these like tweeners, like a guy like Buckley.
Yeah.
Like, I think if there's a 175 division instead of 170, he'd be way better.
Or just if it were like 170, 180, have a 195, 205.
You adjust. You put a 165 in there, adjust welterweight to 175, then go 185 middleweight, do like a cruiserweight at 195, then maybe even 225, then heavyweight. Like you could throw extra weights in there, whatever you want to call them. You can call it what the fuck you want. But there's just needs. I think
it's not like you just had fighters shuffling around.
I don't like the boxing every 3 pounds. Like, that's crazy. That's weird.
That is.
But 10 pounds, I think, is a good measuring stick for where it should be. But yeah, I mean, this just. It's silly, the weight cut. That's why I always laugh when I hear, "Oh, this guy is the 155 champion." Really? How was he? How big was he when he fought?
You have got to be kidding me.
Shogun's coming back.
Did he win his last fight?
Did he beat Paul Craig? I don't know.
No, he fought after Paul Craig.
Was it? Oh, did he beat OSP?
I fought against former OSP, falling via split decision.
Oh, he lost.
He lost to Paul Craig.
He lost to OSP too.
I thought they were going to give him
whoever this guy is, Porteria.
Well, he got smoked, didn't he? Porteria is the last one. Who beat him?
Let's see here.
You're talking more about Hua.
Yeah, they're really just talking about him.
Somebody beat Porteria. I can't remember who it was.
I mean, I don't want to see that.
Was it Negamoranu?
That could be. I mean, who does this benefit? I mean, does he need money? That's the only thing I think of. Like, if Porteria wins this fight, it doesn't raise his stock. Oh, I beat Shogun when he's 78 years old. Yeah. Shogun's never going to fight for a title. He's going to get more brain damage. He's not the. We were talking. I don't know if we were on air or not, talking about how, like, if you right now, if you watch Shogun Hua, right, it was like, oh, that guy fucking sucks. What are you talking about? Like, no, he's a fucking legend. Like, he's one of the baddest motherfuckers ever to walk this planet. If you watch him in his prime, so it just diminishes your legacy. I don't know who this fight benefits. Yeah. Unless if Hua needs money and that's the way he makes money, I can't. He passes all his physicals.
Loves to do that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's making $100,000 for the fight. I
mean, if Sam Alvey was making like $250,000, he better be making that shit.
Maybe.
They're saying like they weren't sure if it was on his contract or not, right?
Right.
So they don't know what the deal is behind it.
We'll all watch it and see what happens.
I mean, we'll watch them all, but.
Coming out of retirement.
That was quick.
Yeah, that's Colin Thompson.
I mean,
he wanted
it's a good fight for him.
He wanted some clout.
It's a good fight for him.
Yeah. He can win this fight.
I think he's like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm not fighting grapplers no more. I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Stop putting me into fucking wrestlers. I'm tired of doing it.
Yeah.
They put him with a striker, a guy you can get a name off of, The problem is, like, once you go up, dude, you're going to go right back to those grapplers again. They're all sitting there waiting for you at the top. But, hey, I love Kevin Holland fights. And we actually get to see Kevin Holland fight. Stand up because fucking Wonder Boy's not shooting no takedown. And on the flip side, Wonder Boy, he might just want to fight no wrestlers or grapplers right now either, right? Go. So he's like, let's go, let's
How
bang.
funny would it be if Kevin Holland takes it to the ground?
Oh, yeah.
Hermanson, Dos Anjos,
Barbarina,
Clay Guida.
This is a steeper good fight.
Yeah, Nicolau Schnell. That would be good. Schnell.
Cortez Hibas a good fight.
Yeah.
Johnson
Elkins Pierce, that'll be fun.
Man, when is this card?
Yeah. What did they say?
UFC Orlando, so they actually got
December 3rd.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice
quick. That's soon.
Early Christmas gift for us, right? Yeah. I'm all for it again. I love Kevin Holland fights. I thought he was legitimate about his retirement. Maybe he didn't make money, and I thought he had like the social media clout to do stuff without make money without. But I mean,
he spent it quick.
Some of that early retiring, you're always wondering when they're coming back, right? Yeah. It's like a band's farewell tour.
Right. Social Security tour from
Kiss.
fucking Rolling Stones. We didn't. I don't know if we touched on Jose Aldo.
I wish they would have taken a picture of that fake tattoo he had.
Yeah.
The infamous temporary tattoo for Aljo.
What's the clarity? He remains interested in boxing more?
Is
He's just retiring from MMA?
Is he in a
look
box?
to rejuvenate past few fights.
Oh, he's
Mayweather,
36.
Blah blah blah. Boxing move. Interested
Okay.
in a boxing move.
He don't want to fuck with grapplers.
I don't know if he wants to fucking fight.
That's strange because when I think of Aldo, I don't think of his hands. I think of his fucking leg kicks.
Yeah.
When I think of Jose Aldo,
leg kicks.
The leg kicks. His Aldo leg kicks were. He was like the first guy to really like popularize that and just fuck you up with leg kicks. That was
Yeah.
his thing. He stopped doing that. So he
That's
started
decent
getting
boxing, though.
Yeah, I mean, but decent boxing and going to actual boxing, two different things.
Volkanovski.
Doesn't have good head movement.
Yeah.
He's not really about head movement either. I mean, go do what you got to do. I'm off. He earned the right to do whatever the fuck he wants because he's a legend. Another one of those guys who, you know, if you watch him later on, you might not be as impressed. But if you saw him in his WEC days and the early UFC days, he was a bad motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Conor, yeah, if I would love to see the alternate universe where Conor does not land that left hand.
Right.
Yeah.
If that fight extending goes
Or if
out.
there's a rematch. Ever was.
Yeah. If that fight got extended out or there was a rematch and they actually fought for 5 rounds and see what really happened between those two. Because that Conor was a bad motherfucker.
What are the craziest moments of all time? Conor
Yeah.
just predicts it. It
Yeah.
happens. Like,
This thing,
wow,
man.
holy shit.
Well, he fucking got in his head, man.
Yeah.
And Aldo was always the most quiet, reserved guy. Always never said a word. Fucking, you know, assassin type mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And Conor got in his fucking head. He was not ready for that Conor McGregor storm. And again, that Conor was fucking legit. In the same side too. Like people that think of Conor McGregor now, he's annoying. He's not as good. Of course he's not. But at that point, he was a bad motherfucker. And at featherweight, he's a bad man.
Yeah. He's fucking people up.
Has he lost at featherweight?
No.
Not in the UFC, right?
No.
Yeah.
He hasn't done well other divisions, but he's
did
won
all right.
in 3 divisions.
He's won in welterweight. He's been okay in welterweight. He's been terrible in
My only knock is that
lightweight.
like he never really fought a true welterweight. That's my only knock on it. You fought lightweights that were old that didn't want to cut the weight at welterweight.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, you know, so
but his first like big UFC loss, it was a fucking thug move. He took that Diaz fight on short notice. Let's do this. Let's go. He even took his Eddie Alvarez fight too, right? On short notice as well. So I mean, again, that was a different kind of McGregor than what's out there right now. Yeah, but going back to Aldo again, legend. There's no people get the GOAT status, right? I mean, it's hard. Volkanovski seems like he might be surpassing that featherweight GOAT, especially if he keeps going. But there's nobody. He may not be the best, but there's nobody better than Jose Aldo. He's up there in any conversation you want. It's hard to pick a GOAT. There's about 10 off the top of my head I can think of, but he's in that conversation for sure. One of the best fighters ever did it. Yeah, I love this one.
Another retirement here. Bo Nickel will retire.
He kind of walked
Put on
these comments back.
Right.
He walked them back. He said, "Well, if there's maybe
I think
there's
it's
5
funny.
top, hey, he is a draw.
it's funny.
He is definitely
Go
a
with
draw.
it.
So is he? You know, he just signed. Is he getting 7-7 or 12
Probably.
and 12?
Probably.
Oh,
I believe he is. I mean, probably got some money for that video game, right?
Yeah.
His name put in the game. He did walk these back and say that, you know, if there's 5 fights I think deserve it, I won't. Like the Abu Dhabi card, I get that's a great
Look,
card.
he still has to prove himself. Okay, he proved himself on a contender series. Now he's got to prove himself.
But
on the
he's
big
a
stage.
draw.
He's a draw.
He's a draw, and I get that.
And I would say
he
it's
didn't
maybe,
say he'd be main event. He did not
Yeah.
say main event. He could be fight number 2 on the main card, which nobody wants to be
Well,
fight number 2 on the main card.
I think his division helps him to be that draw because people are like, oh, this guy's coming in. He's a
No,
problem.
I forget. Was it Adam Martin? Some other like MMA journalist said that he beats Izzy today. I don't know if that far, but he gives Izzy some trouble today. If he fought Izzy this weekend, Izzy would have some problems with him. I think Izzy still would win the fight.
Yeah.
But Bo Nickal's wrestling is that next level wrestling. You don't get that high. He's up there with the Jordan Burroughs of the world. He's that good. And his fucking
he could just be, you know, building that hype train like Conor McGregor. Like I am a main card fucking. Every fight I do is a main.
I mean, he's
fucking
already
card.
I mean, I wouldn't say household name because of wrestling, but he's like he won the Big Ten Athlete of the Year,
Yeah, but I
not
think-
the Big Ten Wrestler of the Year. Over football players, over basketball players, all these giant sports, these big, huge sports. He was the Big Ten Athlete of the Year, so he's already got a brand in himself.
I think people kind of forget how Conor slowly did it though. Like he wasn't out there making a lot of noise from the start.
He was the first.
He was
one
like
to bring-
stoic in it, a little bit enigmatic, but he was fucking smoking people. And then all of a sudden, he starts to get
but he was
that
the first one
reputation.
through.
yeah.
The first guy through always is you gotta ease into that.
But it was
Now,
a slow build.
It's the Overton window, right? You what's normal now is way overshifted this way.
Yeah.
When Conor first started doing his shit, nobody was doing that really. I mean, the closest thing was Chael Sonnen, right? With his shit like that, but he still wasn't like Conor fucking McGregor. He was nowhere near the guy that he was. And
he was losing fights too.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly. So
Conor wasn't.
So Conor is trying to shift it to what's normal now, and once he got that Mayweather fight, like, oh shit, this is what we got to do this thing, to the point where fucking Dylan Dennis, his fucking lackey, talks all this shit how he beat everybody, but doesn't fight.
Yeah.
Doesn't fight at all, but he'll beat everyone's ass. So he'll beat Francis Ngannou. Even though he ran away from Khabib. He ran away from Khabib in that fight. But yeah, I'm all for fucking Bo Nickel. I'm on board with Bo Nickel.
Bobo O'Bannon.
Man, he looks sharp.
I mean, he's always decently sharp.
KO.
What did he get cut for? He was supposed to have a fight, and all of a sudden he got cut.
He was his last fight. He was knocked out by who was it?
He was supposed to fight Gustafsson.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Who did Gus end up fighting and get fucked up? Somebody fucked Gus up.
Yeah, it was quick though.
It was sad to watch.
Yeah.
But fucking Big Ben, man, Kenosha's finest, King of Kenosha County.
You big
Fuck,
boy.
man, fuck this shit. That's what that is right there. Fucking that's Harry Hunsucker's uncle.
Oh,
I seen it too.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh, that's some Big Ben shit.
I love his little fucking gladiator fucking trunks. Good for Big Ben.
Is he not supposed to hit him when he goes down? Is that
Yeah, it's a weird hybrid because you can kind of clinch and strike in fucking bare knuckle, but you can't hold. It's so fucking strange.
Big Ben was all about dirtying shit up. Oh my god. No, I'm good.
He's a big dude.
Oof, just combo.
And for all my Draymond Green fans out there, like that's how you punch. I was talking shit how it was like,
that was a Superman punch though,
dude. That was such a sloppy fucking punch. The guy wasn't expecting to get hit. He was shoulders square with him.
I mean, would you expect your teammate to knock your fucking
right? No, that's what I'm saying.
I
That
mean,
fucking asshole move by him.
Fucking Draymond.
Yeah.
Man.
You see that picture of Jordan Poole's face afterwards? Oh,
dude, he hit him flush though.
Yeah, knocked him out.
You don't see that too often.
No. It was a cheap shot for sure.
Yeah,
but anyway,
for sure.
That's how you punch people. He was effortless with that. He was just going like this, boom, boom, doing it right. Had it, never squared his shoulders off. Big Ben, man. Good for him. Get your fucking paper. Another guy. You ever say at one point where it was him and Cain Velasquez were at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
They were both kind of rising at the same time, and they fought in an undercard, and he fucking Cain obviously did what he did. Another guy who could be put in the GOAT status at his best. Top Cain Velasquez, a bad motherfucker.
Well, that wraps it up until...
One more week, in the words of John Anik, right? Yeah. One more week, man. This is the one. I can't wait to break this down. Just top to bottom.
Man, the odds are getting better in Oliveira's favor. It's down to minus 155 for Islam.
Fights are huge.
Charles is still the fucking underdog.
Look at money coming in on O'Malley, too. Peter's down to minus 3.
They're using Gamrot. No one's even talking. Nobody is fucking talking about TJ Dillashaw versus Aljamain Sterling for this card. Everyone's talking about the fucking main event and obviously Jan and O'Malley. Yep. But we still have that Aljamain and TJ fight at bantamweight. We have the
whole
Bilal
main card.
Muhammad,
That whole
Sean
main
Brady,
card is banging.
But Neil Dariush.
Why can't we switch Brady Muhammad and
because you need to get people to want to buy. You gotta have that main event for the prelim so you get people excited for the main card. Even that fight though is gonna be a good fight.
I think Chikagan might pull an upset.
No, not happening. Oh, Makaya's gonna strangle Malcolm Gordon. Charlton Almeida's gonna throw Shamil around. This is why I can't wait. This is why I'm not competing in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Sean O'Malley at plus 250.
I was gonna do the tournament that day. I was like, no.
Yeah, if you want O'Malley, you better get him now because I think it's.
Yeah, I feel like just dropping 100.
Was that 450 at one point?
Well, Peter was minus 400 at one point. I think O'Malley was plus 3 and some change at one point.
No, Peter was 400.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's bangers from top. This could go down to be the greatest card of all time.
Let's see.
And I think Charles is going to fucking manhandle Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, and if you think Charles is, you better probably play him now.
He's going to knock him out cold.
I think he's knocking him out.
Yeah, I think he's knocking him out cold. Justin Gaethje said himself, I've never been hit harder by anybody than Charles Oliveira. And Justin Gaethje just had a big-ass fight with Michael Chandler. And he went toe-to-toe with Michael Chandler. He's been a Michael Johnson, Dustin Poirier. Fucking Gaethje's been in bangers with Tony Ferguson, like you said. Bangers with all the fucking heaviest strikers. He said, Oliveira hit me the hardest.
Yeah,
all right, well, That
Stop
wraps it up.
disrespecting the champ.
Put some respect on my name.
Technically, he's not the champion.
Right.
Technically, he's not the champion.
Nope.
There's no champion.
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
no C by his name.
Yeah.
All
Fucking
right, guys. We'll see you
bullshit
next
scales.
week so we can break down this killer card that's coming up.
We'll show off our new
there's
tats.
This fight this
Yeah.
week, and then this one is 2 weeks away.
It's 22nd.
Yeah, the 22nd. Okay.
Yeah, so we
1
got.
o'clock. Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that's right.
It's an early card.
That's why I'm not. I was gonna do a tournament. I was like, I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm gonna fucking be sitting down and watching these goddamn fights.
Yep.
All right.
Later.
Yeah, peace.